And good morning from Scotty, Ray, and Candace. We hope your Tuesday's going well. You feeling okay this morning?
Yeah, I guess so. I just had some little issues with my vehicle that we just got. So
What's that
thing?
What's ailing it today?
I thought it was my transmission,
face.
and so I said something to my husband, and he checked it, and sure enough, the codes are looking towards transmission.
I told you not to pull the boat with it, but no, we had
Lord. Well, we hadn't pulled anything with it yet, and so that's the problem. Like, I'm really concerned that we won't be able to pull anything with it now. I don't know.
You won't even be having Christmas, it sounds like.
That's right. I know.
That is awful when something like that happens.
Right. I mean, a transmission now.
Yeah, those are not
issues.
Cheap in any shape.
Right.
Form,
That's what the code says. So we're going to have to see.
And the bad part is Candace kept ignoring all those phone calls. You warranty?
That's such a lie. No, really though, we did. You know how they do get you to try to buy an extended warranty, and we're like, no, we don't need that.
Now you wish you had.
Yeah, it's a good thing though. Kurt does know how to work on stuff like that. So
good luck with it.
Anyway, thank you.
Angie Ray has gotten this, and I don't know if anybody else has gone this route, but she's gotten this thing about chickens lately. And
I want chickens.
Well, she's building a chicken coop and gonna get chickens.
I think it's great. She needs some of those silky chickens that look like they have the wig on their head and the pom-poms on their feet.
So I don't know anything about chickens yet, but I got a bad feeling they're in my future.
I think it's great. I mean, everybody that I know wants chickens too, and I love eggs from
Well, I need to sometime today take pictures of Angie's chicken coop and show you where she is in the process of it. We'll have pictures in the morning.
I think just watch for snakes, chicken snakes.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Who's going to get that out one?
That's Angie's. It's her chickens. That's all I got to say. Coming up, we're going to tell you about some headline news, plus we're going to give you the weather. That's all coming up with Scotty, Ray, and Candace. Freeman Tractor's there for all your farm needs. Maybe you don't have a farm. You just got a little land that you need to bush hog. Well, they've got that also. Taking care of your home needs is all of your lawnmowers. If you need a Skag, they have one of the best. And if you've never seen these, go by, take a look, get out, walk around, and kick the tires. You'll see why so many people choose Skag. And, of course, they also carry Exmark. That's another great brand there. But that Skag is a great lawnmower there, and they have a few of those still left in stock for this year. You can also get anything you need service there. They'll take care of your needs there and order any parts that you might need. Great service department for belts, blades, all that good handy stuff. And they have a line of LS tractors, a whole bunch of those, from cab and air conditioning with radios to, well, just your normal models there that are open cab that you can get out and work around the house with. Any horsepower that you're looking for there with four-wheel drive, buckets, handy. Of course, you got to have equipment to work with after that, and that's going to be all of your bush hogs from your regular 5 to 6 foot to your bat wing, all the way up to taking care of anything that you might need with a disc. They've got those and box plates to take care of those driveways. Forks, and a whole lot more. That's all there. Now, as you move into the new line this is made in Texas, the Benchy, the Warrior 1000. It comes with 0% for 60 months. You can get those along with cabin air conditioner if you'd like to stay warm during the winter months and keep out of that rain. It's got doors, windshield wipers, where you can still see where you're going. You won't face that bitter cold when you jump on one to run to the barn or out to the hayfield, because it's rough. We've all been there. You jump on there and that wind comes through there like there's no tomorrow. You won't find that with these, again, heated air conditioning. Check it out there. They'll show you what they can order and get in for you there. Different styles, sizes, the 550, the tan, the white model. You can even get a green one, the four-wheel drives. You can jump up into a racing one also if you're into that type of thing. That's that desert sand there, and also a red one there in the background. That's the Benchy. You can find that and so much more. Always hiding out there at Freeman Tractor. Drop in and see them there in Cicalina today. Great folks. They'll earn your business. Well, a good morning to you as we get everything rolling here with the weather today. What's going to be going on? Now, if you live south of Meridian, Clark County and southward, pay close attention, or if you live from Clark County west toward Jackson, a lot of fog this morning. Some areas are a little thicker than others. As we turn to your weather, brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we see that the National Weather Service has given Clark County a limited threat here. Now, when you get to Laurel, it's going to get worse. It's going to be an elevated threat from Natchez and then south to Hattiesburg in those areas. So if you've got to go south of Meridian this morning, it's going to be foggy. Keep that in mind. Plan ahead. Drive slower, especially when you get to the Laurel, Hattiesburg there. Brookhaven, if you're traveling 55 toward Jackson this morning for any reason, in that area, be extra cautious and careful. Drive a little bit slower. Your visibility in those areas is about down to a quarter mile, and we want you here tomorrow to be able to listen, so be careful. As we start looking at the latest with hurricanes, and I'm going to try to pronounce this. I haven't heard anyone else say it, and maybe I should have looked it up before I went on air. But Epsilon, we're going to call that tropical storm, and is most likely going to turn into a hurricane. It's a tropical storm at this point. This has a 10% chance of turning into a cyclone here. As we look at the path of Epsilon, it's not going to be affecting our area at all. It's going to drift on off. As I said yesterday, nothing to worry about for our area. At this point, it'll be just to the east of Bermuda, so that's good news for them as well. So we watch that. That's the latest to form, and it most likely will become a hurricane before it's over, but not affecting us in any shape, form, or way. I think our friends in Louisiana would be, that'd be too much to handle in 1 year. As we look at our temps over the next 10 days, they start cooling back. We'll start getting those 70 and 60-degree weathers again. That is great news for us. And that's over the next 10 days. It's not here yet. We still got a little bit of this warm stuff to go, and we'll look at that here in just a moment. As we move along, this is the storm predictions for today. Parts of Georgia down to the Florida Panhandle, taking in part of the Carolinas, and we also above us here, just the tip of Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Texas, and these areas here have a little bit. We'll look at radar and go deeper on that. Yesterday, they had a tsunami warning for Alaska. There was a earthquake which caused them to put out alerts for southern Alaska under a tsunami warning. We'll watch that should anything become of that. Let's hope not. But 7.4 earthquake happened in Sandpoint, Alaska. It caused a little bit of a stir there. First one I remember in quite some time being in Alaska. And don't forget, this is Fall Severe Weather Preparedness Week as Mississippi prepares for the bad weather that we normally get during the month of October. It's always in November, rather. Let me correct myself, back up there. As y'all all remember, we've had several tornadoes that move through during the month of November, most always. So we'll watch that. Be prepared. Storm shelters are a very, very important part of our life here in Mississippi. And during the spring, if you thought about it, think about that hard now. Those are a handy thing. You don't want to have to be scrambling trying to figure out where to go. Put that safety back in, because that is a worry, a big worry. All right, as we go to radar this morning, let's go ahead and pull that up as making sure I had the right one. Again, this is the fog advisory that we've got down here from Jones County all the way to Baton Rouge to New Orleans there, right on that state line. As we follow this is the storm prediction for today. This will go from Austin, Texas, through Oklahoma City, through Memphis, Columbus, Ohio, all the way up to New York, with the possibility of storms there. As we look here, we've got a little bit down here in the Carolinas, from Fayetteville, Wilmington, Florence, Charleston, Savannah, all the way down to the tip of Florida there, a chance of storms today. That's what we're watching with that. So those are always good to know where it might pop up. So that's where we are on that. As we turn to our forecast today, what does it call for as we look at what the National Weather Service tells us? It's going to be nice, but warm, 87 today. That's one of our warmest days. Clear tonight, 62. Now, if you've walked outside this morning, it's extremely nice. It's a nice, cool morning. We're sitting at 61 right now. It'll climb again. Later today, it's going to be hot. Tomorrow, not much change, 86 for a high. We'll get down to only 64 tomorrow night. And by Thursday, we start seeing our first chances of rain for the week. A 20% chance on Thursday. That's not much, but we've all seen a 20% turn into a good shower. So that comes in on Thursday. High is going to be 85. And Friday being our biggest chance of rain, a 40% chance, with the high only reaching 81. So that is what we've got in store for today. A lot going on with the weather this week. It really wants to be winter, but it doesn't want to be. As we head toward November, can you believe it's already October the 20th today? Wow. Just shocking. And I need to say happy birthday to Debbie. Debbie is celebrating her birthday today, October the 20th. A big day for her. Hadn't had a chance to talk to her yet. I'll call her later, let her get woke up before I do that. But if you bump into Deb today, wish her a happy birthday. A lot of folks still like and love Deb. Again, we'll be back here in just a little while, and I'll give you more extended forecast. We'll tell you all about that on through the weekend, what's going to be going on. Also, We'll get some news here in just a moment. Candace will join me momentarily to tell you more about that. That's on the way here next with Scotty Ray's Weather.
During these challenging times, there are some things that you can count on every day. One of them is that Rick Justice Automotive will work hard to help you find just the right vehicle. Rick Justice has late model, low mileage vehicles and 72-month, 72,000-mile warranties available on all vehicles. Come see us today, and we'll show you how we've been helping your friends and relatives find the car, truck, or SUV that was right for them. We will earn your business.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace. As we roll through this Tuesday, we have, if I'm counting my days right, it's 14 days to the election. Am I right?
Yes.
Coming up, we'll tell you about the debate. That's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Wow. It doesn't seem like it's this close.
I know. It's flown right on by. And
Now, we got a survey on the Facebook page. Mark who you want to vote for, who you think is going to get it is what I ask. And there's a lot of people commenting on that. So
yeah. And I mean, you know, like we were saying, when you do vote, just think ahead. Think about your future. Think about what you're voting for and what you're going to be getting. Because a lot of things, if it changes from Trump to Biden, a lot of things are going to change.
They will. And you'll either have 4 years of it or 8 years. Trump seems to be pumped.
Yeah.
We don't know that. Without a doubt, I think that first debate did hurt him. I went back and was going to watch some of it, and woof.
Yeah.
It's tough to watch. It really is.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a lot to think about, but it'll be here before we know it. So
It certainly will. About 2 weeks out.
just encourage everybody to vote
Yeah.
because just, you know, don't be that one that goes, I'm not going to worry about it. Because one vote, I mean,
You
can make
never
all
know.
the difference. You never know.
What was
Yeah,
that
that's
movie
right.
Kevin Costner had that time where he was the last vote in America and it was going to decide who the president was?
You asking me. I don't ever know the movies. But
I can't remember, but it was Kevin
oh,
Costner.
goodness, yeah.
And everybody was courting him. It was funny.
Yeah, but I mean, that really is true, though. You know, I'm just ready for it to be over with one way or another, though, because I'm so tired of the bickering back and forth and the, you know.
It's a lot of it. It's going to
Yes.
be bickering for
It'll
the next
continue,
4 years. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
A few things that are going on in the Meridian area. I mentioned this yesterday, but keep in mind there's going to be some lane closures every evening at 7 o'clock, and it'll last till 7 a.m. That's where it is on there. Now, let me go back here and pull it up on a map to where you can see a little bit better of what it is. All right, if we, how did that happen? If we pull this up and show this right here, and if I do it right, it makes it look better here. If you look at this and zoom in on this, this is where Taylor and Sons is right here, Kawasaki. The bread plant is right there, Colonial Bakery.
Yeah.
That exit there, it'll be one lane closed there, and then both off ramps. Then you go down where you get off to go to the co-op. They're going to be working on that at night, and also the other one. So that little stretch there, that's exit 151 right there, and I think that's 149 maybe. But that little stretch there in between the old mall and the co-op.
And what times are they again?
7 p.m. at night till 7 a.m. So if you got to go somewhere late, it's going to be a little delay with what you're doing.
And just be careful because those things can ease up on you before you know it.
I know, and then you get there wrong, and it's a lot of traffic. You'll be sitting there for hours.
Right.
As we mentioned, tomorrow, Thursday night is the debate. Now, what do we know about this lady that's moderating this one?
The only thing I've heard is that she does have a lot of ties to the Democratic Party. Her family donated money to the Obama administration.
Well, there you go.
So, you know, chances are she's pretty much, I'm sure, got ties to the Joe Biden campaign.
Well, the last time, I don't even think, Trump didn't get to really talk to a lot of people because he was too busy debating with the debater.
Right. They said she asked him 40-something questions, and I think the town hall people got 10.
Yeah.
Possibly.
And it's a shame it went that way. It's a shame the first one went into just an all-out yelling match. I hate that. So I think he's got a whole new plan for this one.
I hope
Let Joe
so.
talk. Let him talk.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing, to let him talk, and Trump just. I thought he did pretty good with the town hall thing.
Yeah,
the
it
part
was
I
good.
did. I didn't. I'll have to admit, I did not watch it that night, but I caught all the the recaps of it because I think something was going on. I couldn't watch it or something. I don't know, baby.
You're pushing your truck back in the yard because the transmission didn't work.
But yeah, the highlights of it, I thought he handled himself so much better than he did that first debate.
First one was kind of a disaster. Now the topics this time is COVID, fighting COVID, American families, race in America, climate change. Well, that's a big one.
Yeah.
National security, and then leadership in general.
Yeah, and I think they know they can push his buttons if they get him mad. You know?
'Cause
And
Trump
I think
just
so.
can't
You
take
know
it.
that's going to be the number one thing they're going to try to do. So I hope though she can be fair.
And the question is, will they ask, what's his face about his son's ties with foreign countries?
Yeah, I think that definitely needs to be put out there.
Oh, yeah.
Because I mean that's something the people ought to.
They proved this
know.
week that it was not a scam tied in with Russia. It is his computer, from what I understand. So.
And they were saying that Biden,
He's been snappy.
Well, they said that supposedly some of the money that the son got went to Biden.
Well, it says in an email that the big guy is
Yeah.
what they refer
That's
to
how they
will
refer
get
to him.
10% and float through Hunter. That would be to keep him out of it. Of course,
Right.
no one was supposed to see those emails.
It's just crazy to me how everything's so
If
hush
it-
hush on that side.
If it
But
is true, it needs to come out.
it does.
If it were Donald, it would need to come out.
Right. Everything needs to be transparent to the American people. I mean, when they're dependent on you to run this country, you don't need any
That's right.
major skeletons like that in the closet. So
You know, most of Americans are at this point, or at least here in the deep South, they're pretty much sick of actors telling them how to think, who to vote for, and what to wear and everything. And it may be catching up to them to a degree. It has a lot to do with Hollywood not releasing movies as much as they were. But theaters nationwide are in a turmoil because there are no movies out there. But it's not the fault that they're not there. They're just not releasing them. If you'll look at that, the number one movie last week only sold 3.7 million. You know, normally that's like a chicken scratch.
yeah. Well, I think too a lot of people are probably, you know, if people are kind of nervous about closed-in spaces, I mean, they might be nervous about going to the movies, you know.
Yeah,
So-
that's one of those things.
Because, I mean, that's one of those places that you know that they probably don't go in and sanitize.
Well,
but they might be now. But, I mean, you know, before this, I don't know how much.
But last week or a few months back, they opened it up to where movie companies could, you know, like studios out in Hollywood could own theaters. They ain't touched them.
Oh, really?
Which tells you they're putting all their money into digital where you watch it at your home or on your phone is what's going on.
Yeah.
Theaters are probably going to be a thing of the past before too long.
Yeah.
It's just becoming a new way, or a drive-in's going to come back.
Well, everything just seems to be going digital like we talked about a while ago. This.
Yeah, here's our next story, and I ain't so sure I want this.
I don't think I want it either. It just makes me nervous. I don't even like putting my bank account stuff out there when I order something.
Offline.
Like, it makes me nervous. So.
But digital currency, you know, the Bitcoin really didn't go over all that well. And, you know, there's Facebook claiming that they're going to have their own money to where you can buy and trade Facebook money online there.
So I wonder, will you specifically have to use Facebook money if you buy on Facebook?
I can see that
Yeah,
coming as a
like
way
they
to
have to-
force you.
To force you. Let me just tell you this. Everything's just so crazy and up in the air now. We went to the mall over the weekend. I took my two sons, and one of which we were going into a store to get some pants. He needed some jeans. Well, we go to the door, and they meet us outside so they can, with the iPad, check.
Like
how many-
limit you.
Well, they checked. She stopped us, you know, before
you
we
go
went
in.
in. And I guess she was counting how many people were in the store, which wasn't real hard because we were the only ones.
There
We got
you
in
go.
there. But she goes, "What are y'all shopping for today?" And I was like, "Pants." My son said pants, I think. And she just stood there and she goes, "Oh, okay." And she's like standing in front of us, blocking the door. I said, "Can we come in?"
Well, what if it was a product that you didn't want to say out loud?
I know, and stuff like that. I just think that's kind of...
Say
Anyway,
you're-
that's not the end. We get in the store and we go to the register, and the girl goes, "Oh, so you're shopping for jeans today?" Like, she knew ahead of time what we were in there for before we ever...
They radioed you to that.
Yes, I don't like that.
But think about that. Say your wife sent you to the store to get maybe some feminine products, and then
Yeah.
they broadcast this all over the store.
Right.
Most guys probably wouldn't feel too comfortable about
No,
that.
they wouldn't. "So, you're here for so-and-so." Yeah. But, and I don't know that they would do that in like Walmart or somewhere. But, and then again, maybe they were just trying to be helpful. But I just don't like it.
It was,
it's like there's no
privacy.
personal privacy space anywhere anymore.
I
you know.
tend to agree with you.
So
now, our next story, Candace, I really don't, I can't imagine anybody in the public eye would really do this, but there's talk of this, and this was happened over the weekend. The lady governor, and let me pull her back up, of Michigan, Gretchen. If you'll notice that right there in the background, that was sitting on the counter. It says 8645. And they said, was she putting out there to assassinate Trump? Because 86 apparently is code word for shorthand to kill someone, and it's got 8645.
I wonder what the 45.
Well, see, Trump would be the 45th president.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I really can't imagine.
Yeah, you would hope not.
I just can't see it. But that is one of the national stories that is floating around out there. But, I can't imagine someone in public office actually putting a subliminal message like that. Now, I know she don't like him at all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been a public thing. Obviously, she don't like him, but I don't know. You would hope that would not be the case.
It can't be.
Yeah.
So I have to ask this before we go to our next story. You being a hairdresser,
yeah,
I'm sure you've seen all sorts of walks of life in your career.
Go to a hair show and you can see it all.
Let me pull up this next picture. Now, this guy was from America. He's moved to Germany is where he is right now. So he's not walking around the streets of America looking like this. But this is hero boy here, Mark Bryan.
Yeah, I don't know why he just don't get him a wig.
He
on that bald head.
He wears a man's shirt and always women's apparel below the waist. He
At
says
least he matches.
He says he's straight,
Yeah.
and he talked to his kids about, well, being what you want to be.
Yeah. You never know, like, who's from the waist down, what's going on behind the counter. I mean, you just don't know.
That's another way of wording it.
He does have nice legs.
Well, isn't that, do you like his hips or anything?
No, but I'm saying, like, women would love to have those legs.
Really?
Right. I mean, I would.
So, there you go.
I mean, as a woman.
Right.
Or, not his legs as far as him.
Of course,
no. No. I'm talking about, like, I mean, I got, like, the spider veins. But he's got perfect
What happened to being just what I call normal? Like a normal...
I'm not agreeing with it. I think it's
a normal person there.
Crazy. But,
like, be risky. Wear blue jeans to work one day.
Right. Wear pants. I mean, and some, like, dress shoes and make them not without heels.
That's just another one of those peculiar things in life that you'll never see me do. Ever. It doesn't matter. It ain't happening.
Yeah. Yeah, don't get no idea, Scotty Ray, trading the cowboy boots for the heels.
The weirdest thing you'll ever see me is shorts and cowboy boots. In an emergency, when you got to go out at night.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been caught like that.
Yeah, I've, like, stuck on my, like, rain boots with shorts or whatever. I'll be out in the garden or something. Hope nobody pulls up.
We still had the family argument of my wife throwing away my sweatpants that were 22 years old that I happened to like.
Oh, really?
They were green, and I really liked them. They were comfortable.
I've still got stuff from back when I went to scuba.
Yeah.
I had a sweatshirt until I let my daughter borrow it, and then
it never came home.
I don't know where the thing is now.
But, a good pair of clothes will last a long time, and that was just my favorite, because you didn't wear them that often,
Yeah.
But no, she chunked them suckers when I went to the hospital.
That was her opportunity.
We'd like to thank you for spending part of your day with us. Coming up, we'll check in on this hurricane stuff. We'll do a recap, and also we'll let you know what the local weather's going to do. It's kind of warm, though. Yeah, that's a hint.
It feels like summertime.
It does. That's on the way with Scotty, Ray, and Candace. We go just to the north of Meridian on the outskirts, and that's where you'll find Collinsville, home of the Piggly Wiggly. Great place to go to save money. One of the best meat departments in town. If you've never bought your meat from Joe, you need to go investigate. Now, these deals that we're going to show today are good through the end of today. There'll be whole new bargains tomorrow kicking off. But if you see anything you like today, check it out because it'll be good through this afternoon. Yellow zucchini or squash, you can still get that for $1.99 this week, along with the fresh celery stalks, $1.29. And you can still get the onion, 69 cents a bunch. If you're making something that requires that, better go check that out. And, of course, there's many other deals. This is the Sweet Baby Ray's Barbecue, 2 for $3 for that 18-ounce bottle. You can get the Idaho potatoes, 2 for $4. That's that 5-pound bag if you're needing some of those. The chicken noodle, you can get the cream of mushroom or chicken, 2 for $3. The Piggly Wiggly brand there, the 26-ounce can. Also, cornmeal or either self-rising flour, 99 cents for a 2-pound bundle of that. You can get that this week here at the Piggly Wiggly. That's their brand also. The Ritz chips, you can get that for $2.79, along with sirloin tip roast. You can get that for 49 cents a pound, and maybe you need a steak. You can get the sirloin tip for $3.99 a pound. If you're going to be doing some grilling sometime this week, that'd be a great thing. They'll have some more meat back there. Again, as I said, bar none, the best in Meridian that you can get when it comes to meat. There is nobody that does it better than Joe. Oscar Mayer Wieners, you can still get the drinking water, 3 for $8, the purified drinking water. Drop in and see Joe. Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, a short drive to save a lot of money, and, well, bump into a great friend. They're going to help you. And, you know, that's one of the things that I talk about a lot is folks that do business with me. Well, they're local. Most of them are family owned. Great folks. I've known all these folks for more than 20 years in most cases, and I'll state my case that they're good folks. I can back them up. They've been around. Good folks do anything to help you. That's the folks I do business with as well, and I hope you'll do a little bit with them. As we turn to our forecast, as we go back to your EMEPA forecast, and we pull up our extended forecast. Now, we've got really one shot at rain this week, and that's going to be Friday. This one, the National Weather Service is saying 40%. My system tells us that we've got a 60% chance of rain on Friday, so it's a good chance we're going to get wet. I'm going to hang with this. We've got a slight chance there on Thursday. Still warm, 84 through Thursday, a 20% chance. Then our chance of rain at 60%, downgrading to only a 10% on Saturday, and then the rain is gone and a slight chance there on Monday. But we'll keep that steady 80-degree weather toward the weekend and then back down to 78, and we should be seeing 70-degree weather next week as more cold fronts come back our way. And that's what we're hoping for. But again, mark that on your calendar for possibly a sprinkle and a little bit of rain this morning on Friday morning to get us wet, to take care of all the needs that we need, because it's dry out there. And we've got to watch that when it comes to these storms, fires that can break out. If you're burning trash, it can get away from you in no time. Again, let me remind you, if you're going to be traveling south of Meridian this morning, when you get to about right here in Clark County, south of Quitman, there is where you'll run into some fog, and then southward it gets heavier there at Jones County, and it's an advisory out from there on, dense fog advisory, all the way over and down to the coastline, Baton Rouge, these areas there. It's going to be thick. You can't see, so drive careful in those areas. I highly suggest that. So our weather is looking great. Again, today, let me recap what we've got going on today. Sunshine and warm, 87. Now, this morning, these morning hours for it changes, 61 early today. Nice, cool, crisp. It's an innocent morning out there before the day begins. You'll enjoy it outside. It will get hot, though, before it's all over, down into about 64 for tonight. So here, there, and yonder with the weather. It is fall time in the south. It is here, there. Some days are cold, some days are hot. But that's your forecast for today. I hope you have a great one. Thanks for spending part of your day with me. It means a lot. Share with a friend. Let them know that I do this. We'll watch this closely as we brought up the weather preparedness week, because come next month we have that next round of where we start getting tornadoes in the south. We'll be on it street by street to take care of you here at Scotty Ray's Weather.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our community efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by